Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 41st episode of Nights at the Turntable. With me, I have Joe Hola,
What's up?
newcomer, Kels,
What up?
and I am your host, CSJR, aka Profex. First off, before we move forward into these topics, Kels, you have to introduce yourself. Who are
Hi.
you? Who you be?
I'm Kels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say. I rant a lot, and that's about it.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so kind to invite me. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Joe spoke kindly of you, and my first interaction was on Twitter, and then I saw your article, the Compton review, which was dope, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep. So we had to have you on the show, and I greatly appreciate it. I think this is good for you to be on. But first, let's go ahead and talk about what we've been listening to lately. Joe, go ahead and strike it up. Dirty Sprite 2, I already know.
You know what's funny though is that I haven't been listening to Dirty Sprite 2, so joke's on you. Luis. No, I was listening to Crit Catalactica at the gym the other night. Because I hadn't ran through it in a while. I listened to the B.O.B. at the gym just because we had to do that first impression for it, which I was like surprised that I liked it. So that's the first.
First impression is on the site on the Koalition.com.
Yep, check that out and be as shocked as we were when we decided that we recommended it. And then Trapavelli Trey, I was listening to that at the gym last night too. So.
Trapavelli Trey.
By Kitty 2 Chainz.
Oh, okay. Word. How about you, Kels? What have you been listening to?
I've actually been listening to Anderson Paak, however you say his last name, his Project Venice.
Okay. I've heard of it, but I have not listened to it.
It's ridiculous. It's great. I recommend it, definitely.
Word. Have you listened to that B.O.B. yet? I think you told me you were a fan.
Parts of it, yes, and I like. I've always liked B.O.B. though. It's kind of a weird thing for anybody to ever say that, but I am a B.O.B. fan. I liked his the No Genre 2 tape was cool. I don't like his albums, but his mixtapes I usually like.
Yeah, most people don't like his albums at all. I think me and Joe are like one of 3 people, including B.O.B. himself, that enjoyed his first one. So.
The first one was all right.
Word. Myself, I've been listening to that B.O.B. Tape/album. I listened to 2014 Forest Hills Drives today, and what else? I listened to Method Man's new album.
Oh.
How's that?
God.
Terrible.
Oh God.
I'm glad you took that bullet. You didn't have to go through that.
Oh man, I was like, maybe it's been a while, so maybe
Nope, still the same.
had some stuff in the vault or something, but nah.
Yo, do you realize that like all of the Wu-Tang Clan that has been like releasing albums here recently, they've all fucking
dropped hot garbage.
Terrible. They need to stop.
Raekwon dropped garbage.
Yeah.
I started listening to Ghostface. I didn't finish it, and then Meth. Like I was listening to the Method Man. Time must have stopped or something because I felt like it was like an hour, and I was like, how many songs I got left? So I was like, skip. God damn, and it just kept going, and I was like, all right, fuck it. So like the last 7 songs I didn't even listen to.
7?
And then it gave me the instrumentals for the album. Like I really wanted those. Like, no thanks. And I listened to the Blackout and Blackout 2 kind of to wash that down. But that's pretty much it for me. And Yellow Wolf's Love Story is still in rotation for me.
This is what you get for not listening to Dirty Sprite 2 and enjoying it.
Oh God.
I mean, if it was good music, Joe, then maybe I would enjoy it.
Listen to a Method Man album.
and you know what? That was my last time listening to it. Just like the first time I listened to Dirty Sprite.
How far did you get in Dirty Sprite before you stopped?
No, I finished that. That because we did a first impression for it, and I stopped Method Man because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to convince anybody to do a first impression.
Hell no. You already pulled the okie doke on me with that Raekwon this year. Nope. No.
Hey man, look, Only Built for Cuban Links 2 was cool, so I was thinking maybe it'll be okay.
No.
It was not. It wasn't.
Most Raekwon music not under the Only Built for Cuban Links title isn't very good. So.
It's trash.
Maybe he plans it out that way at this point. The throwaways go under crap album names. But
Good way to
let's
give
go ahead
them
and jump
out.
in. Yeah, true that. Let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. So last week, I think it was last week or the week before, we addressed, and I'm doing this out of order, by the way, because I didn't put it in the chat, but we addressed Hopsin and Funk Volume sending out a challenge to Slaughterhouse, TDE, and Good Music for a $500,000 rap battle. I still don't know where they got that money from, but that's beside the point.
They're putting up the house.
All the houses.
They're putting up all their houses.
And their friends' house.
Any Funk Volume affiliates, y'all about to get robbed. But Horseshoe Gang, which is kind of like so say if Crooked Eye was the boss, like there'd be a mini boss and another mini boss, and then like the opening boss fight, that would be Horseshoe Gang, and they decided to Funk Volume, and it was dope. Me and Kels are the only ones that listened to it because Joe did.
Yeah.
But Joe also knows some other information about that particular song that made me a little sad.
I'm not gonna leak it out or anything, but
you're not gonna share that? Okay, all right, we'll keep that.
It is what it is.
Okay, so face value, the song was dope, and I don't know if y'all saw the Instagram post because I linked it. Hopsin is actually going to respond. Anybody surprised by that?
He's a little off. I don't know. He's gonna never know what to expect.
Like
Hopsin's a lot off.
When I saw that picture, I thought that was Hopsin taking a selfie.
The horseshit picture.
Like,
oh gosh.
Yeah.
All opinions expressed in this show.
Tell us how you really feel.
All right, so I know, right? But I'm surprised because I figured with the top tier people that they address not responding, I figured that it would be a cop out for them to be like, all right, we're not going to do it. Yeah. So they're going to respond, but I have a question, and it's the same question I had about Funk Volume. Where did Horseshoe Gang get $500,000 from?
Well, see, there's this thing called Robin and Boostin.
Well, they definitely. This is about to be the most scrappy.
And that's the thing. Like, here's my thing with this is that I don't think anybody's gonna really put up 500,000. I think that's just for the media purposes.
It sounds good.
Because who's really gonna like pick this story up if like, oh, these guys challenge like TDE? If you just say that, nobody's gonna fucking pick that up because nobody outside of like the people who are dedicated fans really listen to Funk Volume.
Yeah, it'll be if Horseshoe ends up winning this, which I don't know who the ref is, it'll be good publicity for them because then now they can spend the next 3 years dissing Funk Volume because they didn't pay them $500,000 and just ride that wave. So because y'all not getting that money, like
that money doesn't exist. It's not there.
Nah, like Hopsin might have to put like an Illmind Part 8 or something and slide them by 10 stacks.
But you know what's crazy though is that like Hopsin claims he's a millionaire, like on that Twitter rant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if like the indie game is like really paying like that for him or what.
He's also completely out of his mind. So
valid. Might be getting some disability checks, so that's true.
He's on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah, but like depending on how much YouTube is dishing out for his views, he could have made a few $100,000 on the Illmind videos alone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I did the calculations on that based on like what we get for the Koalition stuff versus what he gets, which I would assume is on a higher tier than what we get. And he'd get paid quite a bit. Now, does he still have that money? That is questionable. And he probably has to pay.
He probably has stock in his contacts.
I hope he's got a marketing deal with whoever makes those. Like, hopefully, I hope he's not coming out of pocket. But maybe they do have the 500,000. Funk Volume is like more likely to have it than Horseshoe Gang would be. But maybe Crooked Eye has the money, some Slaughterhouse tour money or something. Be like, hey, y'all just gonna owe me with interest when this next Slaughterhouse album don't sell. So I guess it's a win-win for everybody. But Do y'all really care for this competition, or do y'all hope that someone else steps up to the plate other than Horseshoe?
That's the problem, is that nobody like who's worth like accepting the challenge isn't gonna do it.
True. Kels?
I think it's just good for the whole competitive landscape of hip hop, regardless of the money, whatever. They're probably not ever going to exchange any money, but it's good for the landscape of it that they're competing and making music instead of, like, I don't know what else they would be doing.
Yeah, true. And I agree that it's good for the competitive nature because, you know, people like Mos Def put challenges out and then disappear into other countries.
Yeah.
who randomly has popped back up under Mos Def again as that name,
song with Ski
and dropped a new song. And the song was cool, but I couldn't hear it over the sound of me still being pissed about the bullshit he pulled before. So I cut it off like halfway through, and because I also have a feeling that it's an old track.
Yo,
it has to be.
Every time I think of Mos Def now, I think of that picture that we roasted him about on Twitter. Where
with the dress?
Where he's wearing that Knicks collared skirt.
I came in at the tail end of that one, no pun. I came in at the tail end of that roast session. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. There's a rumor going on that if you go into your bathroom, cut off all the lights, and say 90059 3 times, you might learn the release date for J-Rock's album. I tried it. It didn't work. So
you got hit with a pool cue.
A good shot.
So, but we did get the single, or leaked single of Easy Bake featuring SZA and Kendrick Lamar. I will let y'all go first on that. Kels, have you listened to it?
I have. I actually really enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed SZA more than anybody else on the track. That's probably the best singing I've ever heard from her, and she's an amazing singer. But that was beautiful.
By far the best singer from her.
She sounded like a diva or something. I don't know what that was. It was great.
I almost said something terrible. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Jehovah.
It was cool, you know, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not really that big of a rock fan, so like, I'm getting more exposed to his music now than anything. But
Did you say you're not a rock fan?
I'm not that big of a rock fan.
All opinions expressed on this show are. We've discussed this. I don't want rock coming from me.
But here's my thing: are they gonna trim off Rock's verse like they did in the other one and use this for a campaign?
He gonna get another commercial deal, and this is just gonna be SZA.
Kendrick.
I don't know if they'll use Kendrick because this is one of the weaker performances from Kendrick that I've heard.
Yeah. It is.
Is he still on Whack Verse Watch though?
He's still on Whack Verse Watch because see the first time I listened to it I was like I didn't really listen and I was like maybe you know this is trash and we can go ahead and stop that for Kendrick, but then I listened to it again and it ramps up towards the end of the verse.
Yeah. It sounds real piecemeal, like let me just throw some stuff together. Right,
and then like I guess he got serious. Like J-Rock started staring at him like through the glass in the booth. He took it serious towards the end of the verse. So it was like, all right, cool. But I like the first song. I didn't like the first song. I didn't like J-Rock's voice. Mm-hmm. It sounded really strange. The rhymes were cool, and Kendrick's part was cool. But when the beat changed and you know SZA singing in the second part, I loved it. It seems like the second part was kind of cut short and it's going to be a full-length song. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to hear that for sure. But Joe, what did you think?
It's cool. My thing though about J-Rock is that they do him so dirty. Like he's like the redheaded stepchild of TDE. Like, dude hasn't gotten a release date until now, and then like they pushed it to 2016, even though it's like a marketing ploy basically. And it's like the dude is dope. Like his music is wild. Good.
He was the first one that had a record deal.
He's the first one.
Yeah. And then he's the last one to release on TDE. Like that is crazy to me.
Yeah, like
Kendrick and they're like,
well, Schoolboy did fine in his lane. Mm-hmm. His album was still decent, just had some sequencing issues. Mm-hmm. But J-Rock had to really be staring at Top, like the owner of TDE, like staring him right in the eyes when These Days dropped. Like, yo, like for real?
Really?
Is this what's really good? You
This
gonna
is
let
what
this
we're
go?
doing.
They had a smooth excuse. We had to get that out the way before we put your.
You know what I would have liked to hear at that time?
Take the trash out.
That Absol album dropped. I would have loved to hear J-Rock go on like a Wale-esque Complex rant.
Oh my god.
You're not TDE.
You not eating? The fuck is glue?
He would have killed somebody. J-Rock would have just killed somebody.
We'd be one Black Hippie member short after that. But hey, shout out to Absol. Apparently, he recognizes that he's been trashed lately. He's gonna step it up, courtesy one of his tweets on Twitter. So
He was high.
them his words, not mine. Your word. But are y'all excited for 90059? Do y'all think it's gonna be a solid project?
I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm a TDE fan. I like what TDE does with the project. And you know what? We can talk about These Days as much as we want to. I enjoyed a couple songs on there. That's fine. But I like the projects TDE puts out. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
It's been nice having you on the show.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun hanging out for 20 minutes.
we can box.
No. These days. That's another conversation. We'll have that conversation off camera.
We'll do that.
I think for me, I'm more excited to hear like the TDE features.
Yeah.
Rather than like rock. I mean, I like his music, you know, but it's just not, you know, one of those things where I'm like, oh man, I gotta go listen to this J-Rock song, you know.
Hey J-Rock, I'm excited every time you put a song together. So, you my boy. I've enjoyed all of the singles that have been put out except for 90059 itself, just because of the weird effects that they put on there and the production early on and the hook and all that. I just didn't enjoy that one as much. But, you know, Joe, we talked about it before. I was super excited for the stuff that was coming out before that. I mean, it was really good stuff. Like Money Tree's Deuce was super fire to me. But we also said before the cameras came on that Black Hippie cut is probably the most important thing that's on there because we have not heard them collectively in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the last time
their collaborations have been so scarce.
Like the last time we heard them on a project, all on the same project, was the Blacklit Bastard remix.
Which was flames.
I played that song for 2 days straight.
Dog, like I still listen to that. I put people on that didn't even know that existed, and they're TDE fans. I'm like, y'all bugging. But that's because they didn't listen to an Absol album, which is completely understandable because these days exist. Boy, let's go ahead and move on to the next subject, the final major topic of the show, this 41st episode. We're getting close to 50, which we're going to try to do something special. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but we're working on it. Macklemore.
J-Rock to yell at everybody.
I'm down for that. Just let him go. I'm not even going to cut my mic on. But Macklemore, when he first came out, you know, he kind of was in his own lane. Whether you thought it was hot or not, he was cool. But then he won an award over Kendrick, and everything fucking changed.
I don't know if you can say he's in his own lane though, because what he does is top 40 rap. And
not necessarily saying that he pioneers a lane, but rather that he was in a lane and not getting criticized by the majority of hip hop. Until
it's white people rap.
White people rap.
It was cool for him to be doing white people rap when he didn't have that award, but when he got that award though, shit changed. So HipHopDX, HipHopDX, their writer, his name is Andre Grant. I couldn't find his Twitter. I would have linked it in the post, but I linked the article itself on the Koalition.com. He did an editorial basically saying, and I'm paraphrasing, do we need to get Macklemore the fuck up out of here? I'll let y'all start off because one of us three only listened to 15 seconds of his new Downtown single, so I'm sure that she would like to say some things.
I didn't need to hear Downtown to believe that we need to get Macklemore the fuck out of here.
All right.
That was not a necessary variable in this understanding that he just shouldn't make music anymore. I don't think he's adding anything to any genre. I don't care what lane it is. He's not adding anything new. He's not doing anything special. And he's pissing people off, which usually I'm okay with. In this, no. I'm not here for. I've never been here for Macklemore. It's not good music.
Okay, cool, Joe.
Macklemore. I mean,
This is a safe space, Joe.
Old Pitbull, Flow Rider, rapping ass. But no, like, the thing about Downtown is, like, I like the beat. I think the beat is phenomenal. But at my job today, my boss got to talk to a record rep, and he's pointing out the similarities between, like, King Kunta and Downtown. And I was just like, what similarities? I mean, they're two totally different songs. Downtown is just a bunch of bullshit. But it's in the production, it sounds alike. So, like, I don't know if I like it as much as I did just based off
knowing
that kind of, kind of biting it. Because it's essentially stealing from the culture once again to do this fucking top 40 rap.
Right. Knowing that with the King Kunta thing, I didn't hear it myself, but a couple people have said it, and I've only listened to the song one time. I immediately got the Uptown Funk vibe from the project real quick, where like the video itself and how it was set up.
Because even the guy singing the hook sounds like Bruno Mars a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then like you can tell that Macklemore he's trying to appropriate while paying homage. Because he had like, Melly Mel,
he had Cool Herc, he had all like Grandmaster Caz, he had all of them.
Yeah, right. He had them in there, but that doesn't make up for the fact that he's doing what he's doing, which I've gotten into many arguments about Macklemore, very unnecessary arguments on Twitter about this dude.
This is why you don't argue on Twitter.
Oh, I do.
Oh, my brother, I have learned. And Kel, since you do, I'll set you up in front of that fire.
That's fine. I got time.
Don't worry. Today I got time.
I got time.
Today I got time.
But like I defended him for the most part because he can't win. The fact that he's rapping anyway is going to be seen as appropriation by someone because he's rapping. But this video, man, I can't help you. Like if I was his lawyer and I had to get up there and defend him, I'm sorry, I can't. He did this. I didn't know he was doing this. My bad. But like Downtown, I like the production, just like Joe, and less so knowing the King Kunta influence. But my question is, just to be devil's advocate, what is he doing different? Since we brought up Bruno Mars, what is he doing different from Bruno Mars? Is it because Bruno Mars is brown skinned and it's cool for him to do it?
Because Bruno Mars is talented.
Yeah, it's because Bruno Mars' music is actually really good.
Gotcha.
Whereas
like sing his ass off.
Yeah, like Macklemore is like the way my girlfriend described it was she was like I was talking to her about it and she said trash and then she said something else along the lines of like what the fuck is like because I said well the rhymes are like okay and she's like
this is the best rhyming performance that he's done so far as far as his cadence.
He's like those aren't even rhymes, those are just like a whole bunch of fucking words just put together.
He's just talking. Which that's how I felt like his older songs were in certain instances. He was just trying to fit too much in one space. He hit you with that Talib Kweli, Joe.
Run-on sentence rap.
Yeah, but I don't know. I felt like this is a better rap performance. Just looking at it critically as a song,
but you know what this
too many influences.
Is this song is basically Thrift Shop on steroids.
Oh, absolutely. And I just thinking about him coming back into hip hop after being gone for so while, I figured that he would be trying to capitalize off of Thrift Shop. That would be the easiest thing for him to do, and that's exactly what he did. Like even in the editorial, I don't know how you can rip off your own song, but they said that he ripped off Thrift Shop, and I'm like, he kind of made that. That's kind of his thing now.
It's not more so ripping off. It's just he's recreating it. So whoever wrote that, they phrased it wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's definitely trying to recreate the same energy and the same following that he got from Thrift Shop. Yeah, it worked. Now, do y'all think Downtown's going to work out?
Probably.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think
because
it's too much
nothing
going on.
about the song. Yeah, exactly. There's no section of it that you can take and it's super catchy or get caught in your head. Like, I don't remember anything from that song.
I remember the Bruno Mars sound-alike singing Downtown and a little bit of the production and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's not very memorable. Do you think he's gonna wrap it up and just call it a career after whatever project he puts this on?
Oh, hell no.
No.
Dog, that's the thing you gotta learn about white people. They keep trying to steal. They
don't quit.
They will keep trying to steal, man. Like, look how long it took them to get the United States from the Indians. Like,
you know he's probably reaching out to Kendrick for a feature, right?
Bro, if
He's
there's
texting him.
If there's a Kendrick feature, it better be called "I'm Sorry I Stole Your Grammy."
What if it was? I wouldn't even put it that far past him based on the stuff that he's done so far. Like, the first track on the album is "Sorry I Stole Your Grammy," featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Macklemore on there sounded like Forrest Gump at the Black Panther party.
Sorry I ruined your Black Panther party. I need somebody to make that. I need somebody to Photoshop his face into that scene now. I'm going to get that done, Joe. Appreciate it. We might put that in the post, too, so people can see it. All right. Okay. Cool.
I got a few good things up in here.
That was great.
Word. Do y'all have any final words on the Macklemore topic?
Please go away.
Stop. You're making me look bad.
There it is. There it is. That is a wrap on that one. All right. So those have been the topics. We talked about J-Rock's album. We want to know if y'all are excited about it. Hit the comment section, please. Let us know what you think about the Funk Volume versus Horseshoe Gang Challenge. Let us know if you think Macklemore should get the fuck up out of hip-hop. Last words from y'all on this episode. Jehovah, you first.
As always, it's always fun to be here. Jehovah'sMF.com for some dope indie music. Also check out the Koalition.com. A lot of good gaming and hip hop articles and stuff like that. And that 90s R&B rap remix playlist, you gotta check that out because here soon we got another playlist dropping for some artists' birthdays. So.
Oh, it's gonna be dope. You wanna give us a hint?
Oh, it's lit.
Luda.
Oh,
that's gonna be fire. I cannot wait for that. Kels, last words. Because it's the last time you're gonna be on the show because you listen to these days and enjoy
these days.
Redeem yourself.
No, I appreciate y'all. I will. It's fine. I'm gonna go listen to these days when we finish here. It's great. But I appreciate y'all having me. It was dope. I will be back. I don't care what you say.
You just gonna Macklemore your way onto the show?
You're fucking right. If he can do it, I can too.
Word. Do you have any articles, anything you've done recently that you want to plug?
Like you said, my Compton review is still up. That is on definerrevolution.com. You can find it on there, and you can follow me on Twitter at justkels88, and random stuff pops up. So.
Got you. I hope you pull that These Days review out the recycle bin and share it with
I'm gonna go write a new one.
Oh, word. Business as usual. Hit the eye annotation in the top right of your screen if you want to donate to thecoalition.com. Everything that we do is going to be free. But if you want us to improve it and possibly get Absol on here so he can meet his one fan, send us some money so we can get that done. His one remaining fan, because I used to be a fan. But we appreciate everything. Check out Throwdown. Check out the Co-op podcast, Baby in the Beard. And, of course, the Definitive Hip Hop podcast, the best podcast on hip hop on the web, which I think that's the first time I've said that, but it's a fact, though. The Knights of the Turntable. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Dirty Sprite 2 in stores.